Susan, come say a few words to this group of people, and you have my endorsement.
It's an honor to be here this evening, Jim. And I just want to say first that you've been a source of valuable wisdom and inspiration. And thank you for your endorsement and your friendship. The future of Fresno's children hangs in the balance of the upcoming school board race, with 5 seats out of 7 coming up within a year. We have a rare opportunity to transform Fresno schools and move them out of the paralysis and low achievement results that plague them. Fresno schools have more money than they've ever had before, with a $1.7 billion budget. That's more than the city of Fresno's budget. We should be expecting a better return on our investment. My experience as a Fresno Unified School psychologist and special education teacher over the past 35 years has given me a bird's eye view to what's broken and how to fix it, particularly in the Bullard region. Over the last 6 years, my persistent and persuasive voice at school board meetings with trustees, with 2 different superintendents and senior staff, paid off with 17 new school psychologist positions and a $10 million ongoing annual budget increase for special education. That was enough to get me addicted and to run for the school board. My beginnings in Fresno are humble. When my parents divorced, my mother moved me and my siblings to Fresno from Texas. At 13 years old, I watched that famous old movie, The Miracle Worker. Do you remember that movie? 1962, the story of Helen Keller and her gifted teacher, Annie Sullivan. As we all know, Helen Keller, who was deaf, blind, and could not communicate when she met Annie Sullivan, went on to become one of the most influential people of the 20th century. I was hooked on the power of teaching, right there. That story inspired me to become a special education teacher and later a school psychologist. Along the way, I also worked as a literacy coach, a mentor teacher, adjunct university professor, a Girl Scout leader, and a crisis counselor for survivors of sexual assault. As Americans, we collectively believe that where you start in life should not determine where you end up. Education is a game changer. It levels the playing field, and it is incumbent upon us as a city to prepare students to be productive citizens that local employers will want to hire. So here's the plan. It's not rocket science. Put the best and brightest teachers and leaders in our schools, pay them well. There is nothing that compares to good teaching, good first teaching, done right the first time. Laser focus on fundamentals. Reading, math, written language, science. Get rid of adult drama and distractions at the school board. Hold top administration accountable for achievement. If you don't have the stomach for the job, step away. Build state-of-the-art facilities that are inviting and hire the staff needed for maintenance. Make beautiful and safe campuses, comparable to Clovis Unified, a priority. Give parents more say in what is taught so that content aligns with the values of the community. Be a good steward of resources for the hardworking taxpayers of Fresno. The district is in such a state that it cannot be relied on to fix itself. The pathway forward requires a community lift. There are pockets of perfection. There are already many Annie Sullivans in the form of teachers, leaders, and other staff who are extremely effective. And kids are able to succeed in those pockets in spite of the system. My goal is to have every child succeed because of the system. When we invest in Fresno Unified, we invest in our home. We invest in our children, and we invest in the future of Fresno. Please get involved. Tell your friends and family members. Volunteer or donate to my campaign and make your voice heard with your vote. Thank you.
Well, you see? You see? Okay. So I'm going to ask you to think very long and hard and join with others. I've mentioned before. This is an important moment, and I think we have found the right candidate for a difficult but very important job at a time when we need her the most.